Let's start it. Welcome everyone, and thank you for writing down. I'm actually curious. I want to see the chat. Okay, we have the US. Oh, United States. Great, Sandy. Thank you very much, and welcome. It's probably your evening, I guess. And Gold Coast. Yes, I miss Gold Coast. It's a beautiful place. Auckland. Wow, great. That means we are a little bit international here. That's awesome, exciting. And as I mentioned, the first thing I would love you to have your screen on. It will be great if you can interact. We can talk together and have questions. And as I said, we will learn from each other because it's always great. Like it's the same. It's the framework that I'm going to show you. It's amazing for business. It can help everyone, but everyone has usually a different way of viewing things, and it will be great to share that. The first and most important thing, yeah, I can see you guys. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. And yeah, if you want to ask, hands up or chat, you can ask questions all the time, and I will check the chat. If it's too many questions, Greg will probably let me know. Thank you. And I will probably try. We will see how many people we will have. If we will have time, we will do like a short breakout room to make it more interactive. I want you to also get some connections because we have people from all around the world here. And it would be great if you can connect. You can connect in chat. You can connect. You can maybe exchange emails. It's great networking time as well. And I believe it's so important all the time because some people all around the world are still under lockdown. We are really lucky. I'm here in Australia in Perth. We are pretty good here, but I know Sydney struggle now. That means I will be happy to have people to really support each other. And what are we talking about? Or maybe first thing, I'm Alex. Nice to meeting you all. And this is my fifth business. I already had businesses before. I had business in Europe and Bahamas and Thailand and now in Australia. I want to be sure that we know, like I love business. You probably all know I'm really passionate about business. And for me, that's something that I don't think I can live without business. It's really something that I'm enjoying. And especially the first 2 3 years when we actually need to put, the creativity and changing and testing and evaluation into business when we're really trying to find a way how that will work. And it's really part that I enjoy. And if you are in business, guys, please, if you can share what business you have and maybe how many years you are in business, if you are in startup or scaling the business or whatever stage you are at, it will be great to see who I'm talking to. And that way we can, get slowly or we can go faster. I would love to see what kind of businesses and what stage businesses we have here. Thanks. And I will go straight into critical alignment model. That's the, oops, I'll probably, yeah, if you can mute yourself, thanks. And we will talk about critical alignment model and why I chose critical alignment model because it's the framework or dimensions that can change all approach to your business and can really, really change your business into profitable, sustainable, amazing business, and you can get results. And I implemented a lot of that basically last year, and my business changed. I will be super honest, my business changed probably in 3 or 4 months rapidly. And it's just amazing success we achieved through all like changing the structures and systems and really, really focus on where we're going, how we do it, and use all the four dimensions of the critical alignment model. And basically, did you hear about the critical alignment model before? If yes, just comment yes. And I would love to see if people have heard about that. And actually, there is another thing. If you guys can really be here and actively listening, because I know it's crazy time, but sometimes we have our thoughts somewhere else. But if you're already thinking about something else, we will have hard time to help each other. Yes, I have 3 people that know already about critical alignment model. Amazing. And I will explain straight away. We have Mark here. Mark Anthony is here. Just to let you know, Mark Anthony is a website designer and he's helping me in a course in January because he's going to help all our students or clients to grow their business and implement websites and landing pages. Hey Mark,
Hello, sorry.
he's going to be here for a while, but he will need to leave because he has Christmas party today. That means just to let you know, he will probably disappear.
It was bad timing.
Thanks. Awesome. let's go into critical alignment model. As I said, it contains from 4 dimensions. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but E stands for environment. S stands for structure. I is for implementation. And P for people. And now, why are we talking about those 4 dimensions? I want you to think about now out of the box. It's something that we usually, what we do in our business or life, and let me know if you agree, we usually go straight away into implementation. That means we're doing things, we have so much tasks, we have probably big task list somewhere, and we know that we need to do this 10 meetings today, we need to do something, but we usually don't ask why we are meeting that person, why we are calling that person, or why we're doing what we do every day. Did you notice that you were straight away into implementation when you started the business? Is there anyone here that agrees? Yeah, cool. It's kind of normal behavior. It's normal human being. We all do it. Like we just really jump into doing stuff because we want to get results, we want to get sales, we want to talk to people, we want to meet everyone, we want to get new clients. That means that's the first normal thing that happens. And what we're going to do here is approach the business or your life from different dimension, different structure. That means you will learn how to actually thinking a little bit more strategically and how to think in your business. And I will start with environment because that's the biggest part of everything what we do. And I would like to ask guys, if someone can share what is the major thing or what you want to get today from this class. What is your intention or purpose to being here? Can somebody share? That would be great to start. Anything. I'm really curious because I know a few people already said they know critical alignment model. That means probably some of you guys know what to expect. And what was your major intention or your why that you are here? You can unmute yourself. You can let me know. I would love to have someone to share. Hey, yeah, sending. Thanks. Can you? Yeah.
My interest is in that I'm starting my own business. And we are also in a group together in which you were kind enough to invite. So I'm looking at it from any type of mentoring and learning that I can do is going to only help me.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's so good. Starting your business, exciting. I hope you will get something that you're looking for and at least the structure. Anyone else who would like to share? Come on, guys. Let's do it. Greg, I can see you're going to unmute yourself.
I want to understand came from more of a business perspective.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, let's go into environment. Basically, why are we starting with environment? Because environment is the most important part of the business and is quality. It's qualitative part of that. That means everything what we do here in implementation and structure is based on environment. And in environment, we have vision, for example. We have mission. That means vision is something that we really want to achieve, the big picture. And we start always with big picture. And I will just put here is vision. Mission is, I usually ask people to do mission statement because we want to know how we will go there. Like, for example, for us, we want to influence 5 million people and help people to achieve results they want. That's our vision, but mission is how, and it's throughout the programs, throughout the mentoring and coaching. That means it's kind of like your vehicle, how to get there. And it's always starting with that, because if you don't have vision, if you don't know where you're going, we usually go somewhere for 3 months. After that, we change that, or we're going somewhere else, or we're looking for different clients. It's all that quality of how we think about our business. Like if I have in structure some meetings, calls, or something that we set up, we will talk about structure a little bit later, then I'm always thinking, okay, my vision is influence 5 million people. This is going to help me. I'm going to influence people, or I'm going to have a chance to follow my vision or not. If that is not part of my vision or mission, I'm just not going to do that, because it doesn't support me and it doesn't going to serve to my vision or my purpose. That means all those things are always, we talk always about purpose. why you are in business, why you love what you do, or if it's not that you love that, then maybe what is that what you love, or maybe what part of your business you love, because usually we do stuff in implementation and structure, and it's usually based on what we love to do in business, and we are forgetting about other things that we try to avoid. And when we go here, there is something we do with clients, and it's all about values. We do values elicitation, and I would love to know, did you hear about values? Do you know when I'm talking about values? Is anyone here about that? Kinda, okay. I will explain. Okay, values are like a compass, and basically, I will probably try example. When people, I'm asking like, what are your values, and people will tell me like, oh yeah, like health is my first value, family, health, and I want to be healthy. And I'm okay, what do you do for like being healthy? What do you do every day? And people usually say like, well, I don't do much. I probably, I go to gym once a week. I'm trying to do something, or I'm trying to eat healthy. Then I always said that means your value is not health. You want your value to be health. That means you really wish, but you don't have it. That means the values are compass that we want to live by. If somebody says that value is discipline or results, I will be asking what you do in your business for your results or discipline, and they will say like, well, I have 2 meetings, so yeah, one meeting tomorrow, and I was thinking about starting the like online marketing, and you can see there's no structure, there's no discipline, there's not nothing that will sound like is result oriented behavior. That means all that environment is also behavior and attributes, everything what we do, what we can't really see sometimes. And we can't see sometimes that we don't do enough. And when you speak with someone who achieved the result and they will tell you what they do for results, then there will be 60 calls a day or 60 meetings or 20 meetings. You will know that your value is not really discipline or result. That means basically this is what we work, really big part that we work on in the program, because it's so important to understand what are your values. When you will think about your values for next year, because we want to start big 2021. I believe most of us, we have enough of 2020 because people were just complaining and everything was on, COVID-19, everything was the problem. I want people to start to focus on 2021. And I want you to really think and share in the chat, what will be your biggest value that will drive you in 2021? What will be the major and most important thing that you will have with you? And you will know when you will wake up, you have to do stuff because that's your value. That's what you're going to live. And examples, they are like keep promises to myself. Maybe discipline. It may be the results, or results talk for themselves, but you don't need to tell someone that you have results. Your results will be shown because they are there, because you're doing the work. And it can be, I don't know, for some people it can be health. That is enough, in 2020, watching Netflix and eating crap food, maybe it's just enough. And I would love to see what it is badass in 21. Yes, definitely. Packages and clients. Awesome. That means you want to start to work on packages and clients. I know that would be great. That's all the structure that is already doing and structuring. Again, I know we talk about that, Greg. It's here in this part. Again, just I will wait for some more values. Really think about it. What are the values for 2021? And maybe just mention one, because I want to see that 2021, we're going to do that. We're going to make it. And in environment, it also, when you think about your business, it's all about your ideal client. You also need to know your ideal client, and it's still in environment, because it's like who I want to work with, who I actually want to help, or who I really want to attract. Because Because when we will know who is that ideal client, we can actually move to the structure and implementation. Because how we will put systems in to our business if we don't know who is ideal client. Let's, for example, if I will think that my ideal client is, let's say, someone working in gym, like let's say personal trainer. And but in real world, my ideal client is actually a leader or executive. Now, when I will go look for the client, I will go straight away implementation. I will look for the client in the gyms, but that's not right because that's not my ideal client. My ideal client is executive and leader, for example. That means I need to have that set up here to be able to run my activities and my structure based on who is that. And that's all about why, the quality, your business, your purpose. Is that all clear, guys? Let me know because you're very quiet. I can see some coming, help people shift careers. I love that. That's beautiful. That's really, really nice. That's really cool. Leadership, empowering people. Yeah, I think that's important. Like we also need to understand that here in attributes, values, mission, it's also our behavior and standards. Let's talk about standards. I would like to say that I'm so happy, guys, because you actually brought some great standards here. You're here today instead of being, in craziness out there shopping or, being with friends and having a drink or doing other stuff, but you're here. That standard is amazing because you are going to actually give yourself the gift. You're going to learn something. You're going to learn from other people, maybe from me, maybe from other people in the room, but we are here to get something more because we want something more from life. We don't want to be just like 99% people. We don't want to be just crazy running, shopping and drinking next 2 weeks, but want to actually grow business, and we want to start strong in January 2021. Is that right? Guys, I think you need some interaction, and what I will do before we will jump into standards, I will put you in the breakout room and I would like you to share, let's say, one big value that is your compass for 2021, and just say a few words. Why is that? That means your value, the most important value for 2021, and why is that important, and why you think that will be the value that you want to implement next year. Cool. Let's try this. Cool. Free. Let's say we will have 4 breakout rooms. Cool, guys. Enjoy. Oh, what is happening? Hello, hello. Welcome back slowly.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. You can stay unmuted because you can share, guys. Always so curious to know how it was. Did you find out some new values?
Yes,
Can somebody share? Can somebody share the major value for 2021?
Naroshi had a very good one. Hers was discipline.
Oh,
And
awesome. That's really
so
good.
we all understand if you're a business owner, discipline is one of the core values. You have to be disciplined. It's so easy to get distracted and go do something else instead of focusing on your main core business values. So yeah, and you get lazy. Sometimes you might have a good month and you think, oh, well, I've just cleaned up. Let's sit back and take it easy. And you need that discipline just to make sure you keep pushing and doing the things that you need to do. It's easy to get lazy when you work for yourself. Trust me.
Oh, true. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. Hey, Naroshi, it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you all too.
It's so important. That was so great what you just share, because it's honestly, I've felt in my businesses before and now, like, million times I feel like I'm gonna give up, you know. Sometimes it's just like, oh my God, it's just too hard. It's too hard. And trust me, everyone who is here in business, it is hard. And it is, but that's why not everyone is doing business, that not everyone is in business. And it's so much easier to find a job, have that, you know, constant salary or like some kind of reward for your hours, but it's not really what we want here. We want to be creative. We want to create something bigger and better. And that's why I love the discipline. That's one of my values for 2021 as well, and always been. Anyone else would like to share? I would like to hear more because this is great conversation. Anyone?
I'll share, Alex. I said
Thanks.
that I wanted my number one value for this year was to consistently complete my KPIs on a weekly basis.
Awesome. That's great. I like that. Yeah, it's great to have that evaluation, and it's kind of like, wow, that's my mirror. That's what I did. That's what I have done. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
Also,
and look, yeah, I also understand that, you know, there might be 1 week where you overachieve and 1 week where you underachieve. But if you're rolling averages consistently hitting the mark, then come the end of the year, you'll be in a far better place than where you are at the start of the year. So.
yes, that's great. Thank you very much for sharing. And I saw back you unmuted yourself. Would you like to share?
Well, that actually tied in very similar to mine, and we were just in the breakout room, and all three of us had consistency down as our one of our biggest goals for 2021. And for me, it's consistency in personal routine and consistency in the business routine. And I think you really need to make sure you've got both, to make sure that you're looking after your own health and well-being as well, and putting yourself first, especially because with a lot of us, particularly if you're perhaps new into the business, you might be juggling that with other paid employment as well at the same time. So you've got to make sure you've got a really good structure in place, and that you are being consistent every day, every week, every month, so that, you know, just like the gentleman before was just saying, by the end of the year, you've been able to really move that needle.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you very much. That's so important. And I agree, consistency. It's something that will, can you mute yourself back? Oops, thank you. Consistency is the most important in sustainable business. That means if we will set up, like Dave said, that he will have that weekly evaluation, you know, and really see what we have done. It's so important to understand and do it consistently. Not just, you know, 1 week or second week, and after that is like, okay, I can have a big break. You're not going anywhere if that will happen. And trust me, 2021 will be probably hard for all of us here, because we want to achieve more than we achieved last year or maybe before. And it's going to be, the major thing will be discipline and consistency. And that was great. Thank you for sharing. That was amazing. And guys, yeah, I think you get this. It's great. I will give you the worksheet at the end. You can have a play when you will be having some, you know, downtime during the Christmas. You can sit down and you can write down your vision, mission statement, and some of the values. I recommend to write down at least 7 or 8 values that will really drive you next year. And it's not any magic number. It's more about, we are human beings, you know, and it's still us here. And like Beck said, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to be healthy, because if you're not healthy, it's again the quality of life. We need to have that. because we are not going to be able to drive the structure and implement the task if we are not taking care of ourselves. And it will be all about health, it will be nutrition, it will be exercise, it will be habits. There's so many habits. That is another thing here. We can think about daily habits or weekly habits. And it has to be something like, I didn't have them before, and I was really tired when I was in business. And I can see the big difference when I'm waking up. I have ridiculous time. I'm waking up 4:30, 4:45. But because my first meeting is 5:30 a.m. because I'm working on Melbourne time sometimes, and I have to have my yoga, I have to have my walk, or I have to have something. I have to have something to kind of nourish my body or brain. It's all about what we do, what we eat. It's all about how our brain is functioning. I can't drink alcohol because my brain is tired, and I know I wouldn't be able to speak today if I'm drinking. That means for me, those are most important things to implement into my life. That means I will have healthy food, I will have more oils, avocado, walnuts, whatever it is for you, what is helping you to feel great and to be able to think, because that's all our environment. And most of people are just doing things. They never implement anything what they need to implement in that environment part. And it's a lot of things to really consider. And I want you to consider your habits. I want you to consider your standards. And the standard is for yourself as well, how I show up. Are you showing up on the meetings in ugly t-shirt and you don't care, you're dirty, or you really show up on every meeting and you are professional? How somebody will trust you when you come one week, you come super professional, and 1 week you come, in sweatpants. Nobody's going to trust you in your business. I know, funny. But it's true. It's our standard, how we show up on constant basis. And that's the consistency. If we choose to be professional, if we choose to behave, to think some way, to be someone, and that's again going to who we want to be and become in our business and life. And that's all our standards. Just bring it in. Just bring it into your life and be who you want to be. Be empowering, inspirational. And trust me, you are inspiring people around you. And when you have kids, I know probably a lot of you have kids. Kids are watching you every day. If they see mom, in sweatpants every day, that's probably not really inspiring. And they will think like, oh, this is great. This is how I can work. It's not really hard work. It's okay. Or if they see you that you're professional, but still you're caring and you love your kids, you still have time for them, but you also can be successful and you always look great and you're always happy. I'm not saying we need to be happy, but it's always having that caring, and coming from love. That doesn't mean we are sustainably all the time happy, but you can find that happiness. And it's all about that. Find out who you are, who you want to be, how you want to become, how you want to show up. Because trust me, if you lower the standard, you basically hurting yourself inside, because you will be like, oh, again, I didn't make it. And that is basically going all into our mind, and we don't feel self-confident because we will again put the standard down. And I will say, like, my major value is keeping promises. My standard is keeping promises to myself and others. And now I will be like, okay, next week I'm going to do yoga every morning. And I didn't do it like 3 times or 4 times a week in the mornings. And I will be like, I can't keep promises to myself. But what is that? It's not just like we have fun now and we are creating habits, but that I didn't keep promises to myself is actually directly influencing my unconscious and conscious mind, the way that I don't trust myself. You are not going to trust yourself if you're not going to keep promises to yourself. That means focus on environment. And why I'm saying that, because this will take care of everything else and your business and life will be successful. And why I'm saying that, because let's go into structure and systems. We don't have probably a lot of time, but I will try. Like, let's say structure, we will just think about structuring your business and give me some stuff in the chat that what is your structure or your departments in your business. When you're thinking about structure in your business or in your daily task, what is that coming up for you? Like, I probably, if somebody will share, when you think about systems or structure, let's say your vision, a major goal here is to achieve, 1 million next year. When you think about the structure, what do you need to focus on? What systems, what do you need to consider as a major goal that you want to achieve, what you need to consider and put into structure. I believe there will be some marketing. Yes, benchmarks. Benchmarks, great. Benchmarks. Marketing. I'm going there. Strategies, accountability, sales increase, KPIs, yes, KPIs. Give me more, guys. I know you know what systems and structures you have in your business, and I believe you know calls, people, yes, sales. I will put sales as the category, because sales, under sales is basically the other stuff like meetings, calls, exactly what you said. There will be everything there. CRM systems, yes. CRM systems, that means we're going to systems, awesome, education. I will keep education out, I will explain why, but this is something that is basically when you have your benchmarks. For example, I will just explain why is that so important. That is actually going with the environment. Let me know if you understand when I will explain. I will ask you then. It's when our goal is 1 million, for example, next year, or whatever it is for anyone. It can be $500,000. That's the revenue we want. Now we can achieve that with vision. And with standards we put and values we put into place. We know it has to be discipline, all that stuff. But also we know who is our ideal client, because through that ideal client we can only achieve the result. And now we need to put it into benchmarks. What that means that we set up a big goal here in environment. Now we need to break it down. This is all what we will do in the course, because it's really big planning. Because you need to be able to break down that $500,000 or $1 million revenue you want to achieve into small steps and planning. 90 days, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months planning, 1 year planning. And we need to know what are our benchmarks and KPIs. That means when I'm saying that, people usually don't know. Like, I have a few clients and they say, oh yeah, I did great this week. I did 4 meetings and 10 new connections. And I will ask, okay, what is your conversion rate? Like you tell me that your benchmark is 10 calls, but what is the result? And they will be like, oh well, look, yeah, the result is 1 meeting and no sales. I will be like, that means that's not your benchmark. If your benchmark is 10 calls and you have 1 meeting from that 10 calls that you achieve and you have no sales, that's wrong benchmark. That means we need to test if that is 20 calls or 30 calls or 40 calls and see how many calls we need to, for example, to do to achieve, let's say 10 meetings, and see from 10 meetings how much sales we can get. That means conversion. If you don't know that numbers, you can't achieve this major goal. That means all this planning here is for nothing if we don't understand the numbers. And you're going from, it's not only about calls. It can be, I always said, here is like an 8 to 10, let's say. I will always say to my clients to really, really focus on 8 or 10 activities you can do. That means we call it prospecting, and this is basically sales. And it's so important to have some activities that they are prospecting activities. Can you please share, actually, guys, what do you do as a prospecting or sales? Like what activities you do? I know there are calls, meetings, but yeah, if you can share if there is something else that you do for your business to get clients or plan for clients. Networking, yes, great. That's very important. You can, if there are calls, meetings, you can still put it in. I just want to be sure that I understand what everything you do, guys. Awesome. Okay, that we have some marketing, networking marketing. That means that will be SEO, Google. That means that's online. And paid search, nurture online relationships. Yeah, I agree. The relationships are really important to create and nurture relationships. That's probably the best thing we can do. I will give you some ideas here, just for the future, for next year, that you can start to think about the social media marketing. Yes, Niroshi, that's right. That's a good one. Meetups, yes, any kind of groups that you're doing. Okay, now I will just kind of like give you the space that you can think about that for yourself. When I'm saying about 8-10 people or 8-10 activities, it can be, I started to think a little bit out of the box, because we usually have meetings, calls, and networking. That's kind of like a major thing we do, and we do some posting on social media. I want you to think strategically, because doing social media, if you don't have proper campaign and you don't have proper results, that means you don't have, I don't know, 100 leads or 20 leads every month, or whatever it is for you, the number. You need to know the number. If you have done this year marketing, because I have done online marketing, it was not very successful. That means I want to be sure you are not doing the same thing, because it's really dangerous, because we can pay the advertisement, we can pay people to do that. But if you are not getting the lead, 20 leads or 30 leads, that something is wrong. We need to have a look, and we need to be really driven by numbers. I want you to remember, numbers are important. That means if you, sorry, we have back, she needed to leave. She apologized, she had to leave. And yeah, if you think about your major business activities, and that needs to be resolved. If there is no result, we need to change them. And that's why I started to do not only online marketing, because that was not working. Online marketing is a really long period of time. We need to do a lot of stuff around, and it's taking longer time to build up the trust, because people don't know you. You are online, you're on the screen. Agree? Easiest way to start your business and make it happen is to go to meet people, to cold call, to meet them, to warm call, whatever it is. If you are a member of Chamber of Commerce or BNI, or I don't know, whatever networking groups is out there, because we are probably having different groups, go have meeting with people one-on-one. But there is another thing between that meeting, what you can do. First of all, ask for referral, very specific one, and offer something, and tell people, like, offer something or give them the value, and tell the person, look, if you know someone who can gain something from this, or it will be valuable for them, please give me the name, one name, and I will contact the person. Always be almost, it's not even rude, but it's almost like we don't ask. I realized last year, I didn't ask for like people that I had meeting with. I didn't ask for referral. You need to ask for referral, because they don't sometimes think about that. You need to be the brain. You need to be the person that is driving the business. You need to make decisions. You need to know what you want. That means if you're at the meetings, you can ask for referral. You can ask to do something for free. You can ask, or you can give them your lead magnet. That's, I don't want to go there because that's another big conversation. But I want you to understand, it can be print your flyers. And another activity can be walk into the businesses. I believe there is in your area a lot of businesses, even in shopping center, when you go shopping, and just start to talk to managers, start to talk to people, ask them what they need, how their business goes. Don't sell. You don't need to sell. We are creating connections and relationships. It's not about selling. Prospecting, it's creating relationships. Understand what business needs. All good? Can we move a little bit? I know it's so much content, but we try to really do like a quick overview of the ESIP, of the critical alignment model, to understand how like this big goal is driving the numbers and the activities here. I want you to think about maybe 5 activities that you can add on what you already do. That means add 5 activities on your prospecting. It can be, as I said, bold walking or cold calling. It can be cold emailing. It can be networking, one-on-one meetings, asking for referral. That is referral partners, create referral partners. Just really think about that, what else you can do that you are still not doing, because we sometimes doing too much and we don't have structure. And again, when we are in structure, then you will have a list of 5. Now it's going to be fun. Now when we have a list of 5 activities, guys, now focus. This is so important. that this changed my business, and like really, really dramatically, aggressively. I don't know what words to use, but I created structure around those 5, or I have 8, okay, like that doesn't really matter, but let's say we have 8 or 10 or 5 prospecting activities. I created structure within that activity. And what I do, that means I have 5 steps in prospecting. That means, let's take the networking. For me, networking is, I'm going to the event. First step is asking for meeting one-on-one. The second step is at one-on-one, I'm giving away something for free, or I'm adding value. I'm trying to help someone at a spot, or I'm giving them, any offer. If that is product, I'm giving them some discount or something that I said, you know what, that meeting was amazing. I just want to give you this, try it, it's awesome. And that's the second step. Third step for me will be, okay, do you know someone else that knows someone that can actually get something like that, they will need it, or it will be valuable? That means that's the first step. Is always ask for referral. Because every person can bring you another person. And the fourth step is, okay, if you're interested, I will send you something that I have, and I always follow up 24 hours after meeting, always follow up with email, always offer something in that email based on our conversation. I think this will be great for you. Anything. It's just about following up. Don't lose that momentum and don't lose that meeting. And the fifth step is close the deal or not, or have another conversation about proposal or about something that I proposed. Never, and ask for another always at a connection or at a meeting, ask for another interaction. Never let someone leave without nothing. Never leave because the person already wanted to meet up with you for some reason. They are willing to see you and give you 1 hour or 30 minutes of their life. Don't let it go just with the meeting and say goodbye and never see the person. That's the biggest mistake what we do in our structures. We don't plan, we don't have it. Write down the structures. All good? Is there anything that resonates with you guys? Can you share something that you're taking away, some insights? Let's share. I want to hear your voice because I'm talking too much. Come on. Greg, I know you have something to say, or Mark.
Yeah.
Niroshi, yeah.
Yeah, what I took away is asking for referrals, because that I don't do much, because we feel modest to ask, and we don't think that it's like we don't plan to do that, and then we forget. So it's something that I took away from that.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much for sharing that. I love that, because that's what I didn't do it as well, and it just click. I was like, oh, I just need to ask. Thank you for sharing, Niroshi. Mark?
I think referral marketing is one of the biggest marketing tools that you can use. And what I've found over the years, no matter the ups and downs in the economy, those relationships that you've built will always come back. So when things are quiet, if you have that existing relationship and built up that referral relationship, that will always come back to you when things are quiet for other businesses. And I think that's the worst mistake businesses make. They just don't have any referral relationships. There's no relationships built from substance. Like you're looking at, like you say, you always got to look after someone, give them something, information for free, help where you can. And that person will always spend money with you and come back.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree that referrals are important, because people know you, people get to know you and they trust you. And if I will tell someone from my friends they're going to build a house, that I will say, like, I know the best builder, they will probably get that builder, because they'll be like, oh, that's great, you know someone, and it already did, great job. Because we want to feel safe. We want to have someone who is going to help us, and we know there is a proof. And if you can't really give people proof, social media, that's why social media are a little bit taking long, because that proof doesn't need to be real. There is a lot of friends, they can post your review. There's a lot of people that can say you're amazing, but what is true? You know, when you're personally with friends, you're probably not going to recommend someone that is not really good.
Yep.
That means that to build up and show people that you're great in what you do is really important. Tell people always what you do. Tell people everything what you do, what you can give them, what they can benefit from you, like everything. It's so important because they can't think about you. They can't know it. They don't know how you can help them. But when you will tell them a few times, like, oh, this is how I can help you, or this is, I can solve this for you, they will be, Alex say that, Niroshi say that, you know, like she can solve it for me. If they don't know from you, they will never know. That means remember that referral and the activities we do here, it's not going to, that goal here, it's not going to happen without our structure, without our really big discipline. I have, like, for example, CRM is another thing. That will be something we will talk about. I don't know who has here the CRM system, any kind of system for like prospecting, sales, like customer relations. Are you using something? Is there anyone here to have it, having that, using that or not? No, yes, no, yes. Yeah, you have Niroshi, great.
I've just started only. I haven't implemented it yet.
Okay, awesome, great. What kind of software are you using?
I just got the Keep.
Okay, great, good
for
start.
the emails, but I haven't really worked on it yet.
Awesome, that's great. That's great start. It's very important because what is our major activities prospecting? If you start a business, if you start a business and we are first, second year in the business, we are prospecting all the time because you want to build up that base for your business to achieve that goal. And when you do it with your standards, with your values, you're showing up and you know who's your ideal client, you will get people to work with you because you have clear structure. They feel like you take care of them. If you have CRM system, they know you're always coming back to them. You always follow up. You need to have that system. When you don't follow up, remember, people will be like, oh, she didn't even send me email. Well, probably she doesn't care. And I wanted to spend money with them because you don't know if that person wants to already spend money with you. It's so important. Just remember, so important to take care of other people and your potential clients. Awesome. And I have how much time? We still have a little bit. Yes, Greg?
From what you were talking about, I think thinking about serving people and part of that serving people is the next interaction. So you're still building that relationship. So it's always that next interaction. I think that was powerful.
It is. Thank you very much. It's so important. And exactly. And it's a few of us here. We are coaches and mentors. That means we know it's so important to, like, we are doing already, you know, amazing job because we are trying to help each other. Like, that's just so great. And if it's Sandy was here, she's doing nutrition, you know, that's another thing. Like if you're selling any kind of products, they actually helping people to be healthy. That's why we try to be in business that is helping. And everyone, Mark is helping people to create amazing websites and website they are working, they're actually attracting clients. They're coming to your website. That means he's setting up the SEO and stuff. That means you don't need to wait for customers and chase them. That means we are all actually helping here to each other. Dave is, you know, he's a coach. He's trying to help businesses to get their results as well. It's just really remember, we are all here as well with this discussion. We are helping each other already, even though, you know, sometimes we don't know about that. But I will just jump into implementation quickly because it's kind of overview. Still take that is an overview. There is a lot of work that has to be done. That's why we put a lot of different things in the course, because it's just really spending time only on that, testing benchmarks and your numbers and marketing and sales and prospecting. It's taking time, but it's really important. And implementation, I just want to add, that's so important because basically, if we know what is our goal, we know what are our values and vision. That means we know how we drive the business. We create a structure for that. How easy is to implement that? Because you just open up your diary in the morning and or whatever program you use, and you will be like, okay, 5 follow-ups, 10 calls today, and 4 proposals. You have already done what you're doing every day. That means this environment and structure. Environment is quality of the business. The quality expressed in numbers and systems is structure. And basically implementation is just doing the task not just because we put task lists like, oh, this is what I should do. I should go to shop. I should do this. I should do this today. It's not should. It's all based on this is the goal. This is what I need to do. And this is what I do today. And it's not should. It's not guessing. That means that's very important. That's why we're building up environment and structure so much, because implementation is the activity, what we do, or the people we're talking to. What about we talking to people, like what is the in, what is here? Like when you think about last week task, like let's say last week task list, did you have real idea how many meetings or calls you have to do to get results? Who is counting that here? I know, Mark, you do probably. Yeah. Is anyone here to really count like what was happening last week, like how much numbers you get, or how many meetings you have to do to get the result? Is anyone here to work like that, to do things like that? No. Okay, I will take it as a no. I will take it as a no if you don't want to unmute yourself. And this is why I want to help you. I really want you to start to think strategically about everything what you do. It will be so important for your business strategy, for your business success, for sustainable business. Because when this is working, this is easy because you can actually train people. We will come to people. We don't have really time today, but basically what is happening when you have new people coming in or yourself, they need training about this and this and this. They know quality of the business. They live values in your business with you. They know what their standards are and they know what the systems are. That means you have 2, 3, 5 systems here. That means they just get a training and they know what they're doing. It's just so easy, but that means those 2 attributes or elements will take care of your business, of your task, of your doing, and of your people, and of yourself as well, because you don't want to be, overwhelmed. You don't want to feel like you have too many things to do, because it's not. If you have proper structure, it's not too many things to do. All good? Okay, guys, I know you just getting down. Let's have some fun. Okay, what is your plan for Christmas? Let's see. Let's share, because I can see the mood is going down. It's too much. Our head is exploding.
So my Christmas gets to start today with my office party soon.
Yay!
And then being Italian, I have a large family. So on Christmas Day, it's very busy for us. We have a lunch function with certain side of the family, and then another dinner with the rest of the family. So Christmas is always pretty a big event. And then we have a Boxing Day with the in-laws. We do Boxing Day lunch with the in-laws.
Beautiful.
So we have 2 full-on days. I have young children, so it's a pretty big deal for them.
Nice.
And then I need the 27th to recover from the 25th and the 26th.
Recovery.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Anyone else having some nice time with family? I can't share because my family is in Slovakia. Dave, I know you have a lot of kids.
Yeah, our family get together. We do it on Boxing Day. So Christmas Day is just literally our own family. So my wife and our 4 kids, and we'll just do, and maybe their partners might come over. But Boxing Day is where Jen's mum, my parents come together. The kids are all there, and it's a bit of it's usually lunch. This time it's dinner. So with my brother and his kids as well. So yeah.
I'm getting hungry. Guys, I would like to, because I just put it away because I know implementation and people will take us a little bit longer. I don't want to go into that. We can do it next time. Or if you're interested to see more, I really do a lot of stuff in the course, and it's going to touch everything, all 4 elements. But as I said, the environment and structure is most important, and I really want you to have it, and I really want you to think about that through that environment and structure about your business. And for those of you who are really interested to know what is actually in the program, I will be happy to just share quickly. It can probably take another 10 minutes. I will be really trying to go through a few weeks, because the program is Strategic Business Foundation. It's starting on 26th of January in 2021, and basically it's for businesses that really want to start to implementing all these things what we talk about, all structures, and really start to do things based on what should be done in the business to get the results they want. And basically what is happening in, I'll just do it quickly. Week 1, it's more environment. Hey, Mark, you need to leave. Yeah. Enjoy Christmas party.
I'm so sorry, I need to leave now, but I'll see you all again soon.
Yeah, enjoy your Christmas party.
You too, thanks. Have a good Christmas. See you.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Have a good one.
Alexandra, there is a question in the chat that I don't know if needs to be answered.
Yes, please. Yes. What is the question? Sorry, I didn't.
It says, is it necessary to have website, social media before seeking referrals in case someone wants to look up?
I don't think it's necessary if you seek referrals. If you have, if you are able to explain what you have, what you do, and you have maybe flyer or business card or something that people can have a chat, because it depends. Some people don't work online. That's fine, because we don't deliver. Everyone is not delivering online. There are always 2 different businesses, and a lot of people work offline, only offline. That means I'm happy with that, and I'm always saying choose what works for you the best. That's most important. I have clients, they didn't even start at the website and they still can achieve the results. I have clients, they actually have only social media and they don't have websites, and it's working for them. That means it's more about what we choose. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Greg, for that. Okay, week 1 it's basically 8-week program, and the 9-week is just like a half-day workshop where we're implementing all stuff that is not done throughout that 8 weeks. And first part will be, of course, planning your widely big important goal for 2021, vision, mission, values, and I will do some demonstration on live demonstration on values elicitation, because I want people to understand how that works and they can then elicit their values, because it's really important for the business and for their life. And that's basically the first week. And usually we have like a small worksheets that you have a little bit of time, afterwards to work on yourself and answer some questions and create your own business plan and stuff. That means what we have done always during that 1.5 hour class, it's mostly end of the class is always Q&As and really trying to interact with people and help them directly, and a short presentation of the topic, of course. Week 2 is basically unlock limiting beliefs. And why is that? Because usually there's a lot of issue what we have with money mindset and what we believe about ourselves or our business or what we can achieve. That if there's anything like that, we always talk about it, because it's very important to move ahead in your business. That means you need to be clear on what you want and trust yourself, be authentic, be aware of what you know, what is your skill, what you need to, upgrade, what you need to learn, and what is stopping you. That means we will really have a look what is stopping you and put it away to be able to go and drive your business. And we will talk about modeling and why modeling, because that will be connected with like market research and, as I said, money mindset. That means we will take care of our mind to be prepared, to be open and to go out and talk to people. This is getting really weird. And another one. And basically we'll take care of all start of kind of like a prospecting and marketing. That means you will take care of ideal client, market research. We will have a look on your competitors and really access what we can do better, what they are doing and what they're doing differently, and really have a look on people that like our companies, they are achieving the results we want, because that's so important. And we will move to, actually there will be actually one more thing, that how to attract them, how to attract your client. That's the big part of conversation that is very important for us. And lead magnet, and we will go a little bit. Lead magnet, remember, it's not about just online business, okay? Your lead magnet can be also what you offer in conversation. You can give away free session. It doesn't need to be on your website, doesn't need to be everything connected with that online world, but we always want to give away something. As an example, I'm giving away free workshop for people, because when I'm going to talk to leader in a company, we have a conversation, they're like, oh yeah, it's problem in my team, and they're really like, oh, I don't know what to do. And I will be like, you know what? I will just give you like a very short workshop. I will just do some success principles with your team and see, what is going on there. And they're really happy because you give them something for free. And it's not on my website. It's something that I offer for conversation. I made it up through the conversation because I know what works and I know what my competitors doing. I want you to know that. That means we will talk about that in those first 4 weeks. We will really analyze what has to be done and how we can offer. And that will be the packaging and package, I think it's here. Yeah, that will be the packages and offer. That's something that Greg, you mentioned. And week 5 will be more about content marketing, and learn how to talk about that, how to talk to people, what language to use, and all principles like how to actually post on social media to be able to get people. I can elicit some structures because I had elicitation with one of my clients, for example. He was posting some stuff on social media and he was just kind of complaining like, you know what, I didn't get anyone. I didn't get even like a like or comment, and people are doing the same thing. And I said, okay, tell me what you do. And he's just mentioned that he was talking about some limiting beliefs, and I was like, people don't know they have limiting beliefs. And he was, because his ideal client was in corporates. And he was like, yeah, but I want to help them because they're chasing the work, they're chasing hours, they just don't have time, they're still with them, like that, like work. And I said, but what is their problem? They love that. I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, what is their problem? It's like, yeah, they're chasing the work. They're just stealing the work 24/7, I was like, but what is their problem? Why they will need you? That means we think all that, we do really big elicitation on, and at the end, we actually find out that their problem is not they want to have big career or, big post, or they want to be super successful. The problem is they don't have time for family and themselves and for health. That means there's always some kind of problem we can elicit, we can talk about in any kind of business we run. And week 6 is website. That will be Mark, and basically he will be doing some audits on website if someone has website. If not, we will talk about colors, how to use website, how to build up the website, simple website, how to do SEO. That's the week 7, and that's very simple thing that you can do SEO in your business organically. You don't need to pay first, like you can do it by yourself to understand the keywords. And that was SEO. And he will be basically what we will try to do in that workshop on the week 9. We will do really implementation for you. That means if you have your website, it's still not done, you need to change something, you don't know how to move, ahead, and you're not really website designer or programmer, he will be jumping in, and checking the websites, help people to finish that because we want to have all done for 2021. And week 8 is basically my most favorite topic, and that's prospecting and sales. I know it's weird, but I really love it. And I was really having some kind of limiting beliefs about that because I didn't like sales, and all of us are, I just hate sales and I want to sell myself. But I realized that I'm not selling anymore, and I'm just really trying to help, and I really try to show people what I do. That means just show people what you do. If they're interested, they will still talk to you. If they are not, there's no point to try to push them and sell. But we need to know how to language that in the content, in the marketing, who is our ideal client. We need to know all those things that we will be able in week 8 do prospecting and language our offer the way that they will be like, yes, that's exactly what I need. That's what I need. I'm going to pay for that because that will help me. You know what I mean? Like that all work is there. If it's done, prospecting is done, is easy. That means your sales never will feel like you're selling. That's good, yeah? I like that. Okay, week 9 is our half-day workshop. And if it's not done in person, probably will be still done online. But we will do half day. We will have Christine. She's social media guru. She's awesome. She's doing my social media now, and she just jumped in. She had some great results last year. She's going to help us. She's going to be there. And Mark for websites will be there. That means we will have small groups, and we will actually work on small things in each group, and we will circle basically around. That means every group will get every expert for a while, for like 1.5 hours, and that will be all sorted. That means in the course as well, I don't want to have more than 15 or max 20 people because we want to have small groups. We want to have personally help everyone. It's not going to be a room of 100 people. I'm not interested in that. That means just to give you an idea, that will be our program, and that will be in January if you're interested. And Any questions? Thank you for this. Oh, thank you very much, Greg, to writing down. That is great. I can send you overview. Yeah, awesome. I was probably speaking fast. Guys, any questions around what we just learned? Can you share what was maybe the biggest like insight or something that resonated with you today? Hands up. Yeah, Greg.
But you seem to have nailed prospecting and very exciting about it. So I'm sure that you'll help us all.
Yeah, I love that. Thanks. Nirashi.
Yeah, I love that you brought the simple things to notice, like connections and, in prospecting, the lead magnet is not just online. It's like what you carry with you when you in conversation with people. You've got something to offer, like a workshop or something, or
Yeah.
even conversation. So it's more practical.
That's awesome. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you very much for sharing. I'm so happy because we sometimes think, in that box, like this is it, lead magnet. This is only on landing page. This is how it works. No, we can do lead magnet anytime we want. It's our business.
Yeah.
Anyone would like to share, guys? I didn't hear anything from William. Would like to share. Is there anything that resonates with you?
Yes, it was. I think the biggest thing for me was on the structure part, breaking down to 8 to 10 activities. As you were saying, I'm kind of used to, all right, listing 1 or 2 or 3 things that I can accomplish, but having that 8 to 10 to help you achieve that larger goal was basically enlightening for me, and it makes me want to reach a little bit higher.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much for sharing. That's great. Catherine?
Hi, Alex.
Hey.
What I've just gelling with is getting really clear on the environment, the questions you need to ask yourself, what you need to consider, and then how it flows then into structure. You have the goals, say a dollar figure, and then you move into structure where you break it down into 90 days, monthly, weekly, down to daily activities. Just resonates that I've got a bit of work to do.
Great.
Reminds
Thank you
me.
very much.
Thank you.
We all have, no worries. We still plan. Yeah, December is planning month, I guess. That means take your time and just really break it down into small activities. That's awesome. Jackie?
Yeah, it all resonates with me. I mean, I'm just not tech savvy at all. So, yeah, just learning how to do all this stuff is.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really good in that, but yeah, learning, it's really, really good to have support of other people and other experts. That's why I invited them to the course, because it's just so important to have someone that's their job, that's their expertise.
Yeah.
And I always said, I want to be expert in coaching. I want to be mentor. I want to help people. And it's actually working that way much better because I can focus on my clients and do stuff they need, from me, and not creating the social media for them. That means definitely that's something I will probably, like you can learn basics, but after that, I always said it's good to outsource or have someone who can help us. Definitely. Great. Thank you very much, Dave. Last one. I'm just calling everyone. That's great because I want to hear from you guys.
I like the structure that you've got where you're leveraging with other experts, Alex. So rather than trying to be everything yourself, you're utilising a greater skill set. People can be far deeper in that skill set, and then overall the whole group, the whole team is better for the process. It's great.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. And Darius is probably not here because I can see only the screen, or that's fine. I would love to, if you don't have any questions, guys, like I'm really happy to be there, answer anything, even on messengers or emails. And I would love to actually share with you. I will do it here. I will give you just small workbook or worksheets, and you can use it. You can do it at home over Christmas. And also what is great at the end of that is small gift, and I will be super happy to do the small, like a mini profile of thinking as an unpack for everyone. And I know some of you already know it. That means, yeah, if you want, we can chat about that. It's really cool. And I will try to add file here. Yes, okay, I'm getting there. And you can download, I will leave this open in the chat that you can download the workbook. Awesome, awesome. It's coming, it's coming. Awesome. Okay, it's coming. It should be in a chat. It should appear there very shortly. I didn't want to share it earlier because we will be down. I wanted to just have it, some time. It's very simple. It's all about, it's part of the things that we talk about. It's big. It's just really simple things about values and vision and structure, just to really have a few questions. And yeah, let me know. There is my email as well. If you want to chat about the course or anything, or maybe if you have any questions about what we talked about today and you need help, let me know. And yeah, happy to book the call or book the session and unpack your meta profiling. Thank you very much. It was really lovely to have you all here. And I will give you time to download it because it's probably, it's there, cool. Everybody has that workbook from the chat?
I think it's still not there yet.
Okay, then I will wait because it's from on my side, it looks like it's done, but it's probably still downloading. Cool, I will leave the chat open. That's fine. Thank you very much, guys. This was great. And I hope you enjoyed that today.
Thanks,
and
Alex.
Feel free to
That's
stay
great.
here. Thank you. Thank you, Rashi. Thank you, guys. Really, thank you for your support. It's great. I'll just stop the recording because we don't need to record this.